Melissa and I were allowed to stage our own fight scenes because we were really good at it. But yeah, if the fight coordinator says go limp, you go limp.
Let me bring this up too, because Melissa Gilbert, she brought this up a couple months ago, that one time Michael Landon, there was a real baby and a fake baby.
Yes.
And he switched out the baby and pretended to fall and like throw the baby or crush the baby, and then everyone screamed and he laughed.
And yes, the drop the baby doll bit. This was quite popular and may have happened more than once. And it was Wendy Lully, and even Wendy Lully tells the story, because Baby Grace, carrying baby Grace, and as he walked around taking her back to her mom, who was sitting there, he stepped behind the house, handed the baby to one of the crew members, and then grabbed the baby doll in a blanket and went oops and tripped and pretended to drop the baby. And numerous people shrieked in horror and then snorted. And amazingly, luckily, Wendy Lully's mom, she was horrified for about a minute, but then she went, yes, this is the sort of thing that goes on around here, and clearly he did not actually drop my baby, so yes, okay, it's funny.
Of course, he had the fabulous hair, and I remember one time Johnny Carson said that his hair was going to guest host the Tonight Show without him. Just one more thing about Michael.
True.
Melissa also mentioned that when she was little, he would say, hey, half pint, go get me some frogs. Yes. And he would put a frog in his mouth, and then when some woman was like, oh, you're so handsome, he would go, oh, and the frog would jump out of his mouth.
This is absolutely true. I went and got him frogs. She got him frogs. We got him frogs together. Rachel Greenbush, the baby Carrie twins went and got and then there's the lizard. There's in one of his outtake blooper reels, because he hoarded all the blooper reels. People said, are there any blooper reels that aren't part of that YouTube series? I go, if they are, they're in a basement at the estate of Michael Landon, because he kept them all. But he had one where he starts to grin and a lizard comes out of his mouth. This was very common. We had a lot of frogs, and if women on the set were visiting who had a crush on Michael, which was a daily occurrence, he thought this was hilarious to have one of the give me a frog, and we all knew what was coming, all of us. We all went, quick, get a frog, and raced to get him a frog. And yes, we'd bring him frogs, and he would put them in his mouth, and he'd go and hi there, and and the frog would jump out of his mouth. This was we used to say, I said to him, are you gonna get warts on your tongue? Because I mean, he was putting frogs in his mouth on a weekly basis minimum. This was that common. This is the kind of banana stuff. I mean, when people say I said Michael was crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Guys like dropping plastic baby dolls, putting frogs in his mouth, and throwing people across a barn. He was wonderful, incredible director, and very kind to me. When I had my head through the screen door in the episode where Laura has stolen the screen door from the Mercantile in order to pan for gold with it, and then has put it back suddenly, and Willie and I, not paying any attention because we're idiots, go running through the door, and I crash through the screen door. I'm hanging through the door. Hysterical. So we're setting up the shot, and they've cut a hole in the screen door, and there's a little padding on the little wood bar, so they're very nice about that. So I'm hanging in the doorway with my curls askew, and Michael's directing, and he's laughing hysterically and making sure my bows are crooked and that it looks really great. And I had to stay in it while they set the shot. And I said, couldn't you have gotten a dummy for this part? And he said, ha, we did. Get back in the door. And so it was this sort of thing, this very third grade level of humor that permeated the set. I think this is one of the reasons Michael was so popular with the child actors, because his humor level was around third, fourth grade.
So for you now, when you go to the Oasis, which is mostly a gay club, does anyone say, hey, I remember you and Make the Yuletide Gay?
Indeed. Do you know that is, I said top 10, it's one of the top, and I think it was top 10, one year it was number one, most downloaded Christmas specials on Netflix or Amazon, whichever it's on. I think it's Amazon. The most downloaded Christmas specials. It's in the top 10 every year. It's extraordinarily popular. It's a little teeny tiny independent film I did, and I was so happy I did it. I mean, the funny part, I played the crazy, very Mrs. Olsen-esque, obnoxious neighbor. Anya, darling. And I get lots of low-cut leopard print, and so I was hysterical. And when they asked me, they even said, the producers, that they were sitting there saying, well, kind of, she's very Nellie Olsen. And then they said, why are we looking for that? We could just get that. Let's call her. And they called. I was like, sounds great. And I read the script, and I laughed out loud and went, this is great. This is adorable. Yes, and this character's a riot. I want to do this. And then I went, It's a Christmas movie. We always want to be in a Christmas movie. I love Christmas movies. Call
Sure.
me Hallmark.
They come back every year.
You're on all the time. And so I was thrilled to be in what is an absolutely heartwarming, hilarious Christmas movie that gets downloaded like mad every Christmas. I highly recommend.
Very cool. Now, I want to mention, too, before you go, the L-Hop 50th anniversary, because I know there are
actually LHOTP, so
L-Hop. There are VIP packages. There's all sorts of access. What's going on? Where is it?
It's freaking huge. Okay, so Simi Valley, or as I like to call it, Scene of the Crime, where we did most of our exterior scenes, because we're at Paramount and then MGM, and we're in Simi Valley the whole time, though, for that whole little fake town was put up in Simi. And we did a big 50th thing there in March of 2024. 18,000 people showed up. 3 days, 18,000 freaking people. So we're putting a cap on tickets. Now, these are going to sell out. This is December 12th, 13th, 14th, that second week in December, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's all kinds of, so we have Santa Claus. We have tree trimming. There's a party Friday night, like a cocktail party with cast. There is the usual autograph signing, meet and greets all day long. There's a Sunday morning breakfast. There's also special VIP, because we have there's so many tiers of tickets. There's general admission, and you can buy add-ons, and then there's the VIP this and the VIP that. And a lot of the VIP tickets include the special presentation, where you get like a private Q&A discussion. There's one with Karen Grassley, there's one with me, there's one with Dean Butler, there's a whole bunch of them. And there's a Alison Arngrim discussion. We're doing a Saturday night, let's put on a show in the barn kind of thing, where various cast members will perform various things. Those who sing will sing. I will be doing some comedy. It'll be totally bonkers. There's everything. There's so much stuff going on. I had to print out the schedule actually yesterday, because they'd added stuff. I don't know what's happening. There's so many things, and it is epic. We do put a cap on tickets each day, because after doing the famous Simi reunion in March with 18,000, we said, wow, let's not do that again. 18,000 of our closest friends. And so we're going to have a cap. There'll be a lot of people, but because we don't want a mob scene, where you're in line for 6 hours and can't even get your favorite person's autograph, and we hate doing that. We don't like doing that to people. We like people to be able to eventually get up to the front of the line and see their person some point.
Right.
So we figure, okay, how many people, we've tried to doing the math and various studies, can we see in one day? And we think we figured it out. So these tickets will sell out. There are not an infinite number. If you're on that website, littlehousecastreunions with an S.com, you'll see the whole fabulous Christmas Strathern Park, which has real 1800s buildings, real.
Really?
We had fake ones. This place has real ones. There are tickets still going, but they will run out. You do need to buy them before that week in December, because they will be gone.
We just have a little over a minute.
Heavens.
Have you ever had a creepy fan like, you were my first crush and I still love
yes.
you? Really?
I've had a few crazy. I'm so pleased. 99.9% of Little House fans are super nice, and even our stalkers are polite. I'm sorry I'm in front of your house, but I just really like it. They're like polite about it. I just got an email the other day from a guy who said I was his first crush and was still in love with me. And it wasn't too creepy. He was pleasant. But yes, we have had a few weirdos in our day. They are there.
Did you ever get did you get a lot of prom invites when you were of age?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
Boys didn't want to come near me. The people I had to only date and ultimately marry people who didn't watch the show, because guys either were terrified of me or they wanted me to wear the wig. Two out there.
All right, tonight at the Oasis, 7 o'clock on 11th Street. What are people in store for?
Oh, it'll be good. I talk a lot about what it's like to be a child star in Hollywood, and having people call me a bitch. People go into show business so that, to be loved, and I have people hate me for 50 years to this day. People are afraid of me. I talk about that whole insanity of total strangers yelling things at me, and people throwing. I was in the Santa Claus Lane Hollywood Christmas parade and got hit in the face with an orange soda. This is where people's heads were at. I talk about this. I talk about my whacked out Hollywood family. My dad worked for Liberace, and my mother was Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Just even right there. I have actually a cartoon montage of my mother's best cartoons. So, yeah, you get a little of everything. We take questions. We have Ask Alison Anything cards. Be prepared. Come with a good question. We will give you cards to write it on.
Oasis tonight, 7 o'clock. Alison Arngrim, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Thank you so much.
I'm Rick Tittle. Come on back.
Who's watching me? Have you suffered sports betting losses? There is someone who wants to fight for you to see you get back what you have lost to those sports betting companies. Michael Watts is a prolific trial lawyer with over $11 billion in total recoveries for his clients. And now with sportsbettingclaim.com,